Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us. Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Huh.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this. Just a little bit more. Hold on.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them. Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
A man broke into the fish storage, poisoned the fish with an unknown substance, then made a noise which alerted the guard, who chased him out. Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing.
You dig up anything interesting?
I sure did. Turns out our friend here wasn't here to rob the place. He came to poison the fish.
By the sea. Are you sure?
Well, that's what the evidence suggests, anyway.
Okay, this is horrible. Please don't tell Anna it was my fault, or she'll have me quartered.
Anna will quarter you. You're joking about that, right?
Wish I was. Anna, she's ruthless when it comes to punishing the guilty, EOD member or not.
That's unexpected. Huh. Don't worry, I won't tell her. You seem like a decent sort, Daryl. I'll make something up.
Thanks, Mr. Reed. Here's a little something to express my gratitude. Take care now. Still, I've done wrong and I deserve to be punished. I'll stay on guard duty for the next month without a day off. You have my word.
All right, you go ahead and do what you gotta do, I guess. See ya.
May the sea protect you. The sea protects.
The door won't
What do
budge.
you mean the door won't budge?
The door won't budge.
Oh, okay, I understand now. This guy makes toys for kids, and I like that shit. So right now I'm going to the university, which is over there. Go with the fish. Fucker. Turn this down, listen to Kodak Black. Well, that's fucking... Woo! You don't want to be doing all that now, son. I'm saying... I gotta edit the scene and move my, my words to the right. Move that chat over. That's the chat. I want to make that bigger. I'm only doing this because I'm recording a YouTube video. It's not permanent. It's only for since I'm making a YouTube video out of this. Alright, that'll be fun. Back up. So they want me to go to the university. Yeah, you will. Hey Raccoon, why you always gotta be clowning around, dude? Huh? Why you clowning? You're always clowning, dude.
Oh, stop bothering me, newcomer.
Okay, oh wait, this isn't the fucking... That's Shady Hall. Where's the university? Is it? Yeah, that's it. Oof. I went to the wrong place. Alright, first of all, when you call someone an idiot, Raccoon, why don't you correctly spell the word your? Yeah, I haven't been here before. I've only been here like twice. But I haven't really done anything. I kind of like wandered around because I didn't have any quests here. I've never been into the university. The first time I was required to use it. Is this it? Oh, this is the university. Why is there a diner next to the university? Whatever. Yeah, I did. That was the very start.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome to Oakmont University Library. Joy Hayden. Can I help?
Charles Reed, private investigator. I apologize for my bluntness, but can I ask you a question?
Mouth?
Yeah.
Punishment. Long story.
Again, sorry for me being so direct, but that can't be legal, can it? This looks like... it looks like torture.
Legal in Oakmont. Local custom.
Huh.
Interesting.
I need to see your book catalogs.
Sure. Over there.
And that's it? No payment, no threatening, no favors in return?
Alright.
No. Library public. Knowledge for everyone. Welcome.
Well, that's music to my, eyes. This city doesn't look like it has much need for books, except as fuel for fires. How come the library's in such good shape?
Mr. Throgmorton. Funds. Keeps everything in check.
Really? Huh. I wouldn't have thought that of him.
What are you talking about?
I wonder why.
He says people need hope, entertainment, escapism. Now more than ever, can't imagine library.
What the fuck?
without
That's a
help.
glitch. That was a glitch. That shouldn't have been there. Did you see that?
Bye, Joy.
That isn't supposed to be there, dude. Dude, what the clip this, please. Alright, so I gotta go to the archive. Alright, so what happened to the monkey guy's daughters? And he got a mouth, though. Gonna look around real quick. Whatever the monkey guy's son is that he was murdered by cultists because he discovered something on an expedition. Hogwarts. What does it want me to do? Hold on. I need to visit the university. This is the university library. Is this not the actual university? Maybe the university is across the street? I'm confused. Okay, maybe this isn't where I need to go. Where the fuck is the university at? I would oh, maybe it's the big ass building in the center. Yeah, his running animation is funky. No, that's a fucking... Oh, maybe this is the university. Or a church? I think this is a church. No, it looks like a university. No, it's definitely a fucking church. Fuck, man, I don't know what the university is. I might have to fucking Google it. The whole game's a fucking big-ass puzzle. It's just like this. Like, oh, figure out this thing. Stuff. I only got 2 pistols right now. Library. Maybe... Man, I have to Google where the damn university is. Oh, wait. Oh, it says I have to go somewhere for the quest, too. Go to the university. What is that? Town Hall? City Hall? Is there an actual university? I don't know. Well, this is the library, so... Oh, wait, there's University Street right there. This is probably the university. That's probably it right there. Alright, okay. Just based on, like, the size of it. Yes, you can shoot random civilians. Observe.
No, he's mad. He's completely mad.
The police officer didn't notice, thank God. They will shoot... Oh, okay. Yeah, they'll die, but they can take a couple of hits. Alright, no, so now that I'm armed with that information, I can go over here. They're like, I'm on the hardest difficulty. It doesn't tell you where to go at all. You have to, like, literally just figure it the fuck out. So I'm using context clues, knowing that universities are usually on a large patch of land. And that it's kind of close to the university library, you know? That's the best I can reason.
Best of it, Oakmont. All on sale. Today only.
No, because... Oh, boy. When I say large patch of land, I mean, like, foresty area with multiple buildings on a plot, like this. That's usually what a university looks like. Usually. But this world is fucked. It's governed by real life reason and logic for the most part. That looks fine to me, dude. That looks like regular-ass Boston. Yeah, we're technically in Massachusetts, too, so, I mean, that looks like regular Boston to me, dude. Every day. Are you going left or right? You can hit him with a shovel. You don't have a knife, you have a shovel.
Help me.
Yeah,
Please.
like that. You can do that. I don't even think there's a, oh. Negative aspects to it. So I think this is the university up here, this big ass building. Department of Medicine.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Oakmont University
Okay, well, I
Department
think I
of
might have
Medicine.
just found it.
I'm Samuel.
Charles Reed, private investigator. I have a few questions if you don't mind. You recognize this bottle?
Exact guy.
Maybe you could tell me what's inside.
That's one of our lab bottles. We have a lot of them. As for what's inside, I'd need to run some tests.
Could you do that for me?
These tests aren't cheap. And the other day, I could get right to it, but we're, somewhat hindered
you
right
want
now.
a task done.
What's up?
Our lab is crawling with, well, creatures. Professor Westerbrook's research is a little unconventional, and something went wrong. Really wrong.
So, if I do a little pest control for you, you'll run those tests for me. For free?
Our budget is tight. You'd be helping the cause of science, Mr. Reed. Isn't that enough?
Oh, I guess science could help itself.
All right. Yes, you solve our problem, and I'll run the test for you. Off the books. Here's the key for the basement.
Alright, looks like I'm going to the basement. Okay. Outreach discussion. Work for our university. And all. Okay, so that's an angle I just discovered. So they don't like the cult, the charity cult. And somebody from the university poisoned the fish
Door won't budge.
at the charity head. That's a big motherfucker. I haven't killed one of those yet. But I know it'll hurt me. Okay, that wasn't actually alive. No, it's just a Molotov. It ain't that bad. That was it? One monster? Big whoop.
I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here?
Ooh, why you make me go insane like that? Log to the verge right through. Reanimate the tissue. They're able to reanimate the tissue. That's not good. So quite bad.
Some serious equipment they've got here.
Appreciate that follow.
University is clearly well funded.
Oh, you're hosting me.
I wonder what would happen if I press this button. Shut up. What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it.
As acid. Well, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. If I hit that button right there, this is gonna get animated, and I have to fight it. And I'm a ballsy boy. Let's make some Molotovs real quick. Now watch this. I'm a very smart individual, right? I'm gonna place a bunch of traps on the ground in front of it. Yeah, he's not gonna like that. This 10,000 IQ play, my guy. And I'm gonna heal.
So very tempting.
Hit the damn button. What the fuck? Hit the button. Boy, what? I can't hit the button? I swear to God I should have hit that button by now. Whatever, I guess I can't. Oh, there we go. Come get me, big boy. I ain't afraid of your bitch ass. Get me. He's fast. He's much faster than I anticipated. Oh, mommy. He didn't walk through one of the traps. Oh. Oh boy. This thing is strong. Woo! Finally. Woo! Fuck you, dude. Can I not pick this up? Oh, I can pick it back up. Takes a minute, though. Hell yeah, dude. Did need all that shit. Fuck. Okay, so now need to make some more shit. That took a lot of ammunition. Like almost all of my ammunition except for like 4 shots. 5 shots.
Your lab is certified creature-free.
Excellent, Mr. Reed. You've done us a great favor.
I'm not lagging
now
or
we can
anything?
get things up and running again.
Your lab was, interesting. Running experiments on those creatures. What's up with that?
Oh, they're fascinating, aren't they? Convincing evidence of new branches in the evolutionary tree. Can you blame us for taking an interest?
Maybe not. But so much dead flesh down there, that's going to attract scavengers. Didn't you think about that?
Yeah, well, no. Well, be more careful in the future. Your point's taken.
Alright.
Okay. I've done my part. Here's the bottle. Now you run those tests.
Yes. Wait here. It shouldn't take long. We finished that analysis, sir. It's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow acting, but absolutely fatal to humans.
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned with ricin?
The symptoms take several days to develop. At first, it's like a common cold.
I don't know what ricin
But over
is.
several
Never heard
days,
of it.
well, it develops into hemorrhage, internal organ failure, and
I
death.
did, but it's been like years.
It's not a pleasant way to die.
So, where do you get ricin? This isn't something you can pick up from a drugstore.
About that. It is rare, but we have a certain amount of it here. For study, in our poison store. Or we did. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it certainly looks like ours. Where did you find it?
Crime scene. Someone was trying to poison a bunch of fish with it.
This is horrible. I need to warn everyone in the university about this.
I agree.
Who's got access to where the poison's stored?
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is upstairs, right alongside Professor Cavendish's. Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well, on vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure, but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I do.
I'm working on that. Can you let me upstairs?
Well... all right. This is serious. I'll help you. Here's the key, but please don't disturb the professor's things.
You're just letting a random ass dude.
I'd like to know a bit more about your
go through your
professors.
shit.
What do you want to know?
I want to know more about Westerbrook.
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, well, at least 30 years. He's one of the longest-serving staff we have. As you've already seen, he's particularly interested in the wild beast that recently appeared in our city.
Yeah, that's quite the unique fauna you have there.
I've no idea how he did it, but Mr. Throgmorton's men brought him live specimens for his research. He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory. A secret that, once revealed, will benefit all humankind.
Some secrets should stay buried, 6 feet under.
You're not a man of science, are you? It's not about why. It's about what if.
What can you tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25.
Wow.
Just imagine. His biochemistry studies are second to none, worthy of a Nobel Prize. If he could complete his work.
And what's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's
Those
made
are
him
on people,
standoffish
though.
and
That's the
irritable.
problem. They're not
and easily
experimenting with people
distracted.
here.
I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent, especially in these dark times.
I'll see you later.
Okay, he wants me to go to everywhere, basically. Where's the stairs to go up? No, I mean, are they now? And we don't know, actually. They come out of... So far, we discovered that they come out of people's dreams, sort of. Or maybe that people get turned into, and we don't know yet. It's very ambiguous. This is Western Brook. His office is under repair. I'll check that in a minute, homie. He hit the
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
Oh, somebody made a copy of his key with soap.
These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
Alright. Green guy, what do you mean? We don't know what the professors look like yet. Maybe the bald guy. He said he was the witness said he was bald. Mind if I do? Office is locked. Cavendish made a spare key. The guards are afraid of Anna. George Cavendish, a professor, is probably the key. Did that not work? Okay, Cavendish is the poison thief. He lives somewhere in Advent. I had to figure out where he lives. Maybe the student knows.
I'd like to know a bit more about your professors.
What do you want?
What can you tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. His biochemistry...
What's it?
I don't know. I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his...
I'll see.
How do I find Cavendish? I must have to go to the articles or something. Right? Printed himself a copy of the key to the poison locker. Lives somewhere in Advent. It's over here somewhere. So I'm probably gonna have to go maybe to the university. That's not what I wanted. I'm probably gonna go to the university library, and from there I need to look up maybe some research or something. Research topics or something. Wait a second. Maybe some more. Okay, probably not. He lives somewhere in Advent. How am I supposed to find him? I'm going to the fast travel station.
Extra.
This is a fish
All
person
the
if you
news
haven't
that's
seen
fit
him
to
yet.
print. Buy a paper, mister?
That's what the fish people look like. I could have asked if he was bald. I don't know why the guy didn't ask if he was bald. Why would he give somebody a dude? Maybe he gave somebody else the key. Maybe that's what happened. Like, so if he had a key himself, why would he have to go, you know, make a duplicate key? You know? I mean, he gave the key to somebody else. Before he left? Something? Alright, let's piece this shit together. Lives somewhere in Advent. How do you look up specific people? Apartment. Chronicle? I think it's the university. Maybe not. Maybe it's Advent City Hall. I think the City Hall records will let you know. I think I should test there first. Let's go to the City Hall. Oh, I'm also... The main quest is finding the professor that was kidnapped from the expedition by a bunch of fish dudes. Subjects. Citizens. After the flood. Citizen records. Oh. Occupation. It's an Advent, right? There it is. Boom! Called it. He lives Oakmont, Mass, Advent Central, St. Michael's Road between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street, flat 2. Got him. About to go bust his brakes, dude. We're looking for Advent Central, St. Michael's Road. Where is St. Michael's? St. Michael's? Between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street. Right there, probably. Gotta head south. I'm on my way. Raccoon, if you hadn't been caught up until this point, I have a YouTube series going on right now that you can literally watch and just catch up.
Find something you like.
And they're like 30-minute to an hour videos. So you kind of understand where the story's going.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print.
That's big as shit. Don't look natural. I feel like this may be the place.
The door
Or
won't
not.
budge.
It's in like one of these buildings right here, I
Best
think.
of an Oakmont. All on sale. Today only.
There's usually an H on the door.
Best of an Oakmont.
Okay, hold on, let me look at it. There's an Advent Central on St. Michael's between St. Carpenter oh, it's gonna be over here on the right. It's gonna be like over here. Right here, maybe? One of these? Sometimes they're a little off. There we go.
The door won't budge.
Around here. He's on flat 2, which is the second floor.
The door won't budge.
Breaking and entering. My favorite hobby. Get to work. Something happened here.
Judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around?
I probably should make shell casings. No, always says the fish market she should learn about me. All the fish are every 2 weeks. Oh, that somebody. Yeah, he was watching them. And he knew the other guy. Yeah, he hired somebody, gave him a key, looks like.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD is in the center of all of it.
He must have really not liked the OD. Okay, so the EOD is a cult. We know the symbols from the cult, which is those eyes. And they usually have daggers, and we know that they kidnapped the professor. And I'm technically working for them right now in order to get more information on them.
So why keep it around?
I loved you. I always loved you.
Okay. I didn't shut that door. Anything else of note?
Judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time.
Maybe it's encased. He has his lunch about 2:30. Once box would be enough. The guards most suspicions from.
So why keep it around?
There has to be something more here. Can't be just this. I'm missing something.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation.
Oh, I didn't look at that.
And the EOD's in the center of all of it.
Alright, I gotta piece it together.
George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
What the fuck?
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
Oh, she gave birth to an Innsmouth there.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine!
Whoa.
Mine!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
George?
I don't care what—
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Let's see. Oh yeah. What the fuck is happening?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
Easy there. Anna from the fish market asked me to find you. You know her, right?
I should have guessed. I know her much better than you think. What does she want from me now? She already took everything I have.
It's not about what she wants. It's about what you did. Poisoning the fish. Sound familiar? Yeah, I can prove you did it.
Hold on. Before you jump to conclusions, I want you to know that I had a good reason to do what I did. It all comes back to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun.
Tell me.
What's
Why
your
you poison
good
people?
reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them. They kidnap ordinary folks, too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this. How?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD. Like, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and Kay, they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, she was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the time, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded by the EOD. Doomed take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
What did she mean, blessed by the sea?
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people?
Living in Innsmouth?
That K-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call Deep Ones. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring.
Oh, that's bad.
Where did you learn all of this? This information about the EOD?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research Innsmouthers, the EOD, and the story behind them. It is an old and powerful organization. They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Ah, perhaps not coincidentally.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich. The sudden rise to power of the Blackwood family happened right after they joined them.
So what's your next move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a fresh haul of fish, but now they're on alert and raised their guard. I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after reviewing all the facts I've presented to you, Mr. Reed, would you agree to help me?
This is a tough predicament. Do you want to stop a murderous cult, or do you want to help a guy who attempted to poison the populace? Oh boy. I don't like the Cthulhu monsters. Innsmouthers can be okay, but so far they've been shown to be very shifty.
Keep talking. Now, what is it you want from me?
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD trusts you enough to deal with me, so it should be simple for you. My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul. That's your target.
Your
I'm gonna
agent
do it.
inside the EOD. Is he fairly high up the ranks?
Ah, I see where this is going. You need something from the EOD too.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a certain person who may be held by them.
My agent can arrange that. If someone is being held by the EOD, he'll know it. It's a win-win situation.
All right. Look, I'm gonna need to think about this.
Of course. But don't be too long. I'm going to need an answer before I let you go. I hope you can understand why. So, have you made up your mind?
Yep.
Your methods stink, and your plan stinks. Still, the EOD is a threat, and I'm not gonna help them anymore. I'm in.
You're doing a great favor for this city, Mr. Reed. Never doubt that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Remind me what it is I have to do.
You need to poison the fresh haul of fish at the EOD storage. It's heavily guarded, but you'll figure out something, I've no doubt. I'll be back later. I need to see my agent. Find me after you're done. Here's the address and some ricin. Be very careful with it.
Yeah, will do. I'm not quite ready to die yet.
Alright, so I chose to poison the fish and help him because the EOD is evil as shit, and I'm kind of like thinking that it's not going to go the way we want it to go. But that's it for this one, guys. I will catch you next time. Later.